Hi there, thanks for joining me again. This is a long-term test review after I've had this Olight for many months in use daily, in the pouch on my belt, and then used in the workshop along with a knife grinder just to see how the dirt and swarf and the damp affected it in any way. So here we go. The best thing about this pouch right from the start is the clip. So on the higher end Olights you get a far more useful pouch than you do on some flashlights by other manufacturers, and I really appreciate this pouch. I put it through the belt like that on my work trousers, so it's through that second one there, so it's very secure. If I was going to be putting it onto a rucksack externally mounted, you've also got this strong D-clip thing here which you could then tether, because the last thing you want is any stitching or anything get caught. So really good belt pouch. And there it is, the M2R Pro Warrior in green. Very comfortable. There's hardly a mark on it. It's been used, well, I'd say every other day to every sort of third day. During my work at the supermarket, there are some dates on some products that are very faintly put on the product, and a very dark background to the product, or the contrast is not very high. So I would then undo the clip on the belt pouch, take this out and put it just to moonlight, just enough light to see the date. Sometimes the product may drop down the back of the shelf, so power a bit up to the next one, and I rummage around and then find that product and then rotate everything else back together again. Very useful, more than big enough. I prefer having torches bigger than the span of my hand for many reasons. So it has additional uses, if you catch my drift. Small torches like the M1T, the i5T, i3T, to me are a sort of pocket, breast pocket, EDC pouch, backup sort of thing. This is the thing that's on my belt pouch, on my belt, worn on every day, going out into town or whatever, and this is the sort of the size that I like. M2R, M2T, and especially this one, this Warrior Pro in green. I absolutely love it. It can be worn on a baseball cap, so I've got an Olight baseball cap, and you can put it like that and beam yourself to your heart's content as a sort of cap light. For someone my size, it's not really the end of the world for the weight, but then you could also shoulder mount it to a shoulder epaulette as well. Other features I don't use very often is the end cap. Now you can tell this got swarf. This is real life test. The swarf from the knife grinder collects on it. Now whether in time I'll get any contact issues down inside here, I don't know, but it still operates. But I prefer to use the side switch. It's just me. I'm not too tactical a person to use the butt cap, and by the time I'm doing that, I'm hardly holding on to it. I'd rather hang on to it as a main torch and then use my thumb to find where the switch is. Oh, there it is. I've managed to keep the belt clip opposite to where the switch is, so when I find it, naturally I put my fingers to the belt clip, and therefore the switch will be somewhere up there. So it's easy to index, as they say in the thing. But to me, if I put my hand on it like that, I felt where the belt clip is, therefore the switch is somewhere around there. I'm more than happy to use that, rather than you end up having to do that to use the end cap. So it's not something as a function that I use. It's more if it was rail mounted and you want to go like that, or you're all tactical and going into things like John Wick, which is not really the sort of thing I have my loadout for. Crazy battery in there. I've only charged this up maybe 6 times. More than enough life in the battery, more than enough different light functions for me. Low, the moonlight setting for checking dates, a low for finding something in the darkest recesses of a shelf at work, and then everything else after that is a pure bonus. I do like the spread of the light. It's sort of a spot, but it does actually have a big wide beam sort of flood as well. I'm more of a flood guy than a a spotter blade, big huge spotlight, what do they call them, throwers. I'm more of a flood guy. See what's immediately within sort of like 15 meters of where I am in a big white pool, which this does pretty damn well. There is though a central spot which helps because it does have a throw to some distance, but in terms of what I've used it for, it's absolutely amazing, and definitely one of my top loadout pieces. If anybody was interested in getting anything like this, I do have a Wessex code, Wessex 15, which you can get a discount when they're not running offers at their Hot Friday sales. But keep your eye on Olight's website, because they do have their 30 and 40% offers and bundles, and anything like this. You really want to wait until you get a good offer weekend, because the savings will be massive. So if anybody's interested in that sort of cool, tough, resilient, for me, I'd still class that as compact, because it's only just a bit bigger than the size of my hand, and the inconvenience of a belt pouch is that to me is convenience. And you say you look at the power of it, 1800 on turbo is crazy. It's got a pretty massive throw of 300 meters. Not something I'd benefit from, because I love the pool of light, which just does have a reasonable beam anyway. But very useful, more than capable, and hasn't missed a beat. So thanks for joining me again. Scott Wessex Blades. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook. I'll do some links below. You can follow things I do out and about. Sometimes it's easier to do an Instagram post than it is to edit and throw up a video on YouTube. So if you're interested in watching anything I might be doing out and about, knife making, touch of bushcraft, you can follow me there as well. So thanks for joining me again.